Hey everyone, welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today Toyota was kind enough to fly me out just outside of Phoenix, Arizona to take a look at and get behind the wheel of several trim levels of their all-new 2026 Toyota RAV4. Now in today's video, we're gonna do a quick walkthrough of the limited trim level, which is the fully loaded version of the RAV4. The only trim, in fact, you can get certain features and options on within the entire lineup. So this is gonna be the more luxurious, feature-rich option if you're looking at the RAV4. Only comes with the regular hybrid powertrain, so you can't get the plug-in hybrid on this particular spec. But if you guys are curious about my driving impressions of both the hybrid and the plug-in hybrid, I do have separate videos here on the channel in other trim levels from this event. But today we're just gonna take a quick walkthrough of the limited and ultimately see what this fully loaded RAV4 has to offer. So the RAV4 Limited in front of us is finishing the Storm Cloud exterior with the black Softex on the interior. Now, like I just mentioned in the introduction, the Limited will offer some exclusive features and benefits over that of some of the other trim levels. So if you want the most luxurious, well-equipped version of the RAV4, this will be the one you want to be looking at. Now, starting at the front end, you will get the high-level LED lighting package here at the front of the vehicle. So you have the LED daytime running lights and turn signals that are illuminated right there, LED projector headlights, both low and high beam, and then you do have LED fog lights located at the outside of the front bumper. Now, in terms of exterior appearance and things like that, the Limited does get some additional bright chrome accents in the middle of the grille in this portion right there, and some dark gunmetal gray metallic at the very bottom of the front bumper as well. And there's even some gloss black inside the fog lamp bezel, as well as in the top of the painted bumper section right there. So overall, going to be very subtle, but a little bit more premium looking. You have front, rear, and side parking sensors, the 360 surround view camera system located right there, bright chrome Toyota logo at the very top of the bumper. And then coming around to the side profile, there's going to be some subtle touches for the wheel arch flares as well. Coming to the wheel and tire setup, this is going to be one of at least two different optional wheels on the Limited. It is going to be the gloss black and the bright silver 20-inch alloy wheel. It's going to be wrapped in a 235/50 20-inch Bridgestone all-season tire. Coming up to the mirror caps, they're going to be gloss black, LED turn signal integration on the outside, cameras and puddle lights on the bottom for the additional features. Blind spot detection, the mirrors, of course, are going to be heated. Coming to the door handles, they're going to be body color with proximity entry on both of the two front doors. And then taking a look at the side profile, you will get gloss black roof rails out the top. Of course, tinted windows, I think, are standard on every single RAV4. And then taking a look on the top, it is going to have the panoramic sunroof versus the smaller single power sunroof on other trim levels. So that is a nice addition, and I'm excited to check that out on the interior. Now, coming to the back of the RAV4, you will find full LED lighting out back with your taillights, turn signals, and reverse lights, all in this upper housing right there. The turn signals are red LED, so not amber on this generation of RAV4. To the rear bumper, you're gonna have a little bit of a shinier silver trim to match that of the front end. Of course, your parking sensors are back here. You have the hybrid all-wheel drive as standard on every Limited, which is a great touch. RAV4 spelled out on top of the tailgate here. There's the backup camera, Limited badging on the passenger side, and we do have the rear wiper, body color rear spoiler with your clear accented third brake light, which is a unique touch I've detailed in some of the other videos I've done from this event. But overall, you guys will let me know your thoughts on the Limited trim, the exterior appearance with these bright silver or two-tone alloy wheels on the outside, and Storm Cloud, of course, is a very popular color within the Toyota lineup. I think I've had it on a few of the press vehicles I've tested back at home. Now, coming on to the interior, this one has the black Softex, but there are going to be a few different interior colors depending on the trim and package that you do choose. Taking a look at the door panel, this is going to be very similar in design and materials to that of some of the other trims. So up top, this is going to be the texture rubberized. You have the smooth Softex, kind of darker medium gray with the padded armrests. You have the gunmetal gray door handle pull with power windows, mirrors, and locks. They are going to be illuminated. All four windows are fully automatic up-down, which is a great touch. You have two-position memory driver's seat right there, and then there is going to be additional bottle storage. And then you do have the JBL premium audio system on this particular one, the way it is spec'd, which adds the subwoofer and the amplification. Coming to the driver's seat is going to be fully powered with two-way lumbar. There's the black Softex with perforations and gray accent stitching. You have a little bit of a gray, actually suede material right there, as well as a little bit of a pattern. Accent stitching on the headrest. There's going to be a look at the new updated dashboard with their next generation technology. So here in the interior of the RAV4 Limited, you're going to find all of the bells and whistles that are available on this next generation vehicle, including their infotainment system and standard 12.3-inch full digital instrument cluster. So coming in a little bit closer, cluster is going to be standard across every single trim level and model of this RAV4, which is awesome to see. It is controlled here on the left side of the steering wheel, it has the built-in maps or your Android Auto or Apple CarPlay maps that can be displayed in the actual cluster itself for easier use and easier access. But cycling through some of the pages, you have your traditional kind of 3-tier layout, which does change depending on the programming and user customization that you have set. You have driver assistance, speed readout, your tachometer, fuel economy, trip information. All of this can be configured and displayed, which is absolutely awesome, and I like this. I wish I had a little bit more time to play around and deep dive into all of the settings, but as you can see, one of the really impressive things is 576 miles of estimated fuel range. Now, coming back to the steering wheel, it is going to be a black leather-wrapped steering wheel with a black stitching, a little bit of gray trim on the bottom. It is going to be heated via the infotainment system right there. It is a 2-stage heated wheel, or excuse me, has an automatic and a 2-stage function. To the left of the steering wheel, we have the audio multimedia gauge cluster controls. On the right side, Toyota Safety Sense 4.0, which is their latest generation driver assist, adaptive cruise, lane tracing assist, lane change assist, proactive driving assist, blind spot detection. The whole 9 yards is going to be on the right side. No paddle shifters or anything on the back. We do have the camera system for the driver assist technologies, and it does have automatic headlights, auto high beam assist. There's the fog light switch, and then this vehicle does have rain sense wipers as well. To the left of the steering wheel, we have gauge dimming, tailgate release, fuel tank fill cap release, as well as your hood release. And there's the manual tilt telescopic steering column. We have the gray accent soft text here on the dash, AC vents with a little bit of a diffuse design for the windows, JBL audio system tweeters up there on the pillars. And then coming over here to the infotainment system, this is the larger of the 2 screen sizes available with this next generation technology. This is 12.9 inches of screen real estate, built-in navigation, wireless, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, Sirius XM, AM, FM, USB, Bluetooth inputs also. And I will have additional content coming on this infotainment system and digital gauge cluster in a little bit more detail, but it does have the built-in drive recorder or dash camera technology, which uses a camera behind the mirror, as well as the 360 camera system on the outside to record events that you can store to a USB thumb drive. You have dual zone automatic climate control with a 3rd zone automatic, or excuse me, heated seats for the back, so just dual zone in terms of temperature. But this is just a way more easier to navigate UI, which is customizable. You can move these tiles around. You have a quick access menu up there on the right, which you can do the dash camera. All of the driver assist menus can be controlled and toggled on very quickly right there. Heated and ventilated seats for this particular RAV4 trim level. AC vents, dual wireless chargers. So you have 2 wireless charging pads here in the Limited. It's the only trim level to feature that. We have a dedicated EV drive mode at lower speeds with a state of charge on the battery. Standard drive mode selections. This vehicle has Eco, Sport, Custom, and Normal drive modes, which you can see is a nice animation right there. Trail and snow mode over here on the right side of the vehicle with a normal button to go kind of revert back to the standard settings. We have 45-watt dual USB-C charge ports, 360 camera view, which is the zoom in and out, pinch to zoom functionality, so you can see actually through the vehicle around the entire rest of the vehicle, which some manufacturers have started rolling out on their products. We have automatic parking assist, hands-free, that can be done via that button. Traction control off, hill descent control, the shift-by-wire gear shift here in the center console. So this replaces the mechanical shifter on a lot of the other trims. Electronic parking brake, automatic vehicle hold, 2 cup holders with LED illumination at the very bottom. And we have the nifty center armrest, which opens in both directions and can actually be both buttons can be removed and turned into a hard storage or table if you want to do work or eat inside the vehicle or anything like that, which is pretty cool that it can flip upside down and be multi-purpose. Now inside you'll find a USB data port as well as a 12-volt outlet. Up top, you'll find the hard touch pillars with the light gray accent, soft touch headliner. We have LED Vandy illumination. We have the digital rear camera mirror with garage home link. So this is one of the only trim levels to feature this mirror. Of course, it is auto dimming if you want to use it as a standard mirror. Panoramic power sunroof shade controls, LED illumination via these small LEDs right there. And we do have a sunglasses holder and microphones and SOS and things like that that you would expect. Now, opening the shade inside this panoramic sunroof, you can see it goes all the way back to the 2nd row headrest, so it's a massive panoramic sunroof, lets in a ton of additional light, and is, again, one of the only trim levels. I think there's a couple other trims which you can option the panoramic sunroof as an additional charge. But that's a look here at the front seat. Let's go ahead and take a look out back. Now take a look at the 2nd row of the Limited. The materials will follow through from the front. So the door panels are going to have all of the same soft touch textured upper, smooth soft touch in the middle for the armrest, bottle storage down below, and then that JBL audio system once again. Taking a look at the seats, they are the black soft touch with the gray accent stitching and perforations. Stepping inside, very easy on this next generation RAV4, given the door opening and the seat bottom is mounted fairly low, so you have a ton of headroom to get inside the vehicle. There's a quick look at the dashboard with that new next generation technology. And then out back of the Limited, you will find rear heated seats, which can be controlled via the infotainment system, which I just showcased. Two 15-watt USB-C ports, AC vents, mat pockets on both of the two front seats. And we have 60/40 split folding seats, a center armrest with two additional cup holders. Seats do have a two-position latch, so they will recline slightly, very similar to that of some of the competition and vehicles I've showcased on the channel. And there's that panoramic sunroof. See, is massive in design, lets in a ton of additional light. There's additional LED illumination in the cargo and second row behind the sunroof. And in terms of legroom behind my seating position, I have like 5 inches plus of legroom, plenty of footroom, and headroom is going to be absolutely massive. Even with the panoramic sunroof here in the second row, I have at least 3 inches of headroom with the seat in its more upright seating position. Now take a look at cargo capacity behind the second row seats. Of course, you have the hands-free power liftgate. And once that opens up, it's going to reveal basically the same amount of cargo capacity as that of the last generation RAV4, about half a cubic foot more in this one due to packaging and the design changes. On the left side, you'll find the subwoofer for the JBL audio system, which takes up a little bit of additional room. On the right side, you have the 12-volt outlet, a little bit of LED illumination, a cubby for storage, and then beneath the floor, you find the temporary spare tire with additional storage space, which is always great to see. So nice to see the features and benefits back there. The subwoofer does take up a little bit of additional space, but overall gonna be a net positive versus the outgoing RAV4. Now taking a look at the passenger front seat, you will find a power passenger seat on the Limited with height adjustment. Unfortunately, no power lumbar or anything like that, but you do have the nice power passenger seat. There's a look at the dashboard. Integrated storage shelf just above the soft touch materials right there. Glove box is gonna be damped. Inside, you'll find enough room for all of your owner's literature and stuff like that. And yeah, that's gonna be a look here at the interior of the Limited. Let's go ahead and pop the hood, see what powers this particular vehicle before wrapping this video up. Now, under the hood of the Limited, you're gonna find one sole powertrain. That is the 5th generation standard hybrid system with all-wheel drive, which is a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder paired to 2 electric motors, one at the front, one at the rear axle for an electronic all-wheel drive system. And in combination, this puts out 236 horsepower, and unfortunately, Toyota does not quote the combined torque figures, but it's gonna be a little bit more powerful than that of the outgoing last generation RAV4 with a very similar electric hybrid system. Now, Toyota obviously did refine the system and tweak it a little bit for this new generation, but as a whole, this is gonna be mighty impressive. I have my full driving impressions on other trim levels with the same powertrain here on the channel. It's very smooth, well refined, plenty powerful for the average consumer out there, and gets fantastic fuel economy. You're gonna get at least 40 mpg combined in most of the available trim levels and specs, and if not more than that out on the highway when cruising or driving this vehicle very, very efficiently. Now, in terms of towing and things like that, in select configurations, you can actually tow up to 3,500 pounds, which is double than that of the outgoing standard hybrid all-wheel drive of the last generation. So all in all, there's a lot to like about this new 6th generation RAV4, and the Limited is certainly gonna be one to get if you want all the features, options, and luxurious nature, both on the exterior and of course on the inside as well. But that's basically do it for this video. This is my final video here from the RAV4 event here just outside of Phoenix, Arizona. I want to give a huge thanks to Toyota for flying me out and inviting me to this event to get hands-on with one of the best-selling vehicles currently in the United States. And that's it right there. That is the RAV4, which dethroned the F-150 as being the #1 vehicle in the United States for a number of years running. That was done for the 2024 calendar year. 2025, of course, is not quite over yet, but these vehicles will be going on sale at the very end of this year for certain configurations into Q1 and early 2026 for, I think, plug-in hybrid and some of the other specs. You know, many of these will be built right here in the United States, and overall, it's gonna be great to see what people and you guys think of the next generation RAV4 as time goes on and when these finally hit dealers and you guys are able to purchase one, because overall, very impressed with this vehicle. They didn't necessarily change really much in terms of dimensions. It's within half an inch of every metric of that of the outgoing RAV4, but obviously in terms of design, aesthetics, appearance, technology, next generation infotainment, they really did step up their game. There's just a couple of things here and there that I want to spend a little bit more time with this vehicle to understand and ultimately get a better final well-rounded impression rather than, 30, 45 minutes behind the wheel of this particular spec. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below of the 2026 RAV4, specifically the Limited or any of the other videos that I did post from this event. And once again, huge thanks to Toyota. If you guys enjoyed this video and or found it helpful, make sure to hit that like button below, subscribe if you haven't already. And with all being said, I appreciate your continued support and hope to see you guys in the next one.